Do all narcissists read from the same book? The more we gain understanding of what we have been through, the more we recognise that we're not alone, and there is a lot of other people who have shared very similar experiences to ourselves. And a lot of people do then ask the question if they all read from the same book. This video is to explore more about the similarities of the disorder and why people have shared such similar experiences to each other, and why people often have the same sorts of questions when coming out of a narcissistic relationship. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and your continued support. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. This channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder, to give you more understanding of the people you might be dealing with in your life, how to handle yourself around those people if you cannot go no contact, and different methods to find what works for you to help you overcome narcissistic abuse. If you do find the information helpful on the channel, please do subscribe. Narcissists tend to use the same patterns of behaviour. They tend to use the same gaslighting phrases. They tell people that they're only joking, or that the other person is too sensitive, or that didn't happen. I'm sorry, I'm sorry if. Those same false apologies. The narcissist personality disorder is a disorder. It is on a spectrum. So if they share 5 of the 9 characteristics, and they share at least 5 of the same characteristics, they are going to be very similar within their personality. If somebody on the disorder exploits others, lacks empathy to care about others, is envious of others, feels entitled to do as they please, and is preoccupied with themselves, and if they are also interested in their looks, so to speak, they are going to be more of a somatic narcissist, and they are going to be preoccupied with making their looks better, and they are going to be willing to exploit people any way they can to get their needs met. They are more often than not going to put other people down about their looks in order for the narcissist themselves to raise themselves up. If you have a narcissist that believes they are special, is preoccupied with themselves, entitled to getting their needs met, lacks empathy, is grandiose, then you might get a narcissist. If they are clever, if they are intelligent, you might be coming across a cerebral narcissist that is more calculated and cunning in the way that they manipulate, the way that they exploit others. However, whatever personality type you get, whether it's the overt, the covert, the somatic, the cerebral, they are all running off the same sorts of characteristics, and many of them do have all 9 of the characteristics. They all have those exploitative behaviours. They don't see any wrongdoing within their own behaviour. They hold grudges against people because they don't see any wrongdoing in their own behaviour. They believe that other people are to blame for whatever is going wrong within that narcissist's life. The narcissist personality disorder is a disorder, and someone would need at least 5 of those 9 traits to be classed as on the disorder. Number 1 is that grandiosity. Has a grandiose sense of self, exaggerates achievements, exaggerates talents, they can exaggerate people that they know. 2, preoccupied with fantasies of ultimate power and success, whatever those fantasies are to that individual narcissist. Most are interested in dominance, control. They want to come across as being better than others. 3, a belief they are special, that sense of superiority. 4, entitled, believes they're entitled to have their own needs met, is very manipulative and controlling in order to get their own needs met. 5, requires excessive attention, whether that is playing the hero, exaggerating their achievements, exaggerating places they've been, or downplaying things, playing the victim to get the sympathy. Exploitative, so they will take advantage of others to get their own needs met. Lacks empathy, so if it doesn't meet a need of their own, they don't want to understand where someone else is coming from. They can't comprehend where someone else is coming from. They can understand how to guilt trip people, to exploit people. Envious of others, believing that others are envious of them. So they seek to destroy those that they believe are envious of them, and they also seek to destroy those they are envious of, whether that is taking something from another person or sabotaging another person so that the other person cannot achieve. Arrogant and haughty behaviours, and sometimes they can be unpleasantly proud of these behaviours because they themselves believe they are above others. So it can come across as confidence when it's often arrogance. There is so many similarities, yet there is also so many differences as they are individuals. You might get a narcissist that is very community orientated. So they come across, they present themselves very well within the community. However, in the privacy of their own home, they are extremely toxic. They will be manipulative in the community. However, especially if they are cerebral and intelligent, people don't always see how manipulative they are. You can have the one that wants to go to the gym all the time. Not everybody that wants to go to the gym is a narcissist. You can have the ones that are laid on the couch potato, that doesn't want to go out to work, that wants to bleed everyone else's finances dry. Again, you can have people that are struggling with life. Just because somebody is struggling to get work or go to work doesn't make them a narcissist. They would need at least 5 of those 9 characteristics. You can have a narcissist that works hard to achieve, often taking shortcuts to achieve, and you can have a narcissist that wants those around them to achieve, and the narcissist will take the credit for what those around them achieve. That if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have been able to. You can have a narcissist that will be more passive aggressive, so it'll be those silent treatments, those sulks. You can have one that the rage is closer to the surface, so they will just flip out on you in a moment's notice when you don't even realise what's happening. You can have one that will sabotage any and all special occasions simply because it's not about them. You can also have one that will go all out to give the best, the most grand special occasion. However, they will expect eternal gratitude for doing so. The actual personality traits of the disorder, when you can read things online, you can look at something and go, oh, maybe they weren't because mine never did that, or mine did do that. The same as cheating. Not all narcissists cheat on their partners. However, they all cheat people out of things, cheat people out of money, cheat people out of happiness, cheat people out of homes. They exploit people to get their own needs met. So you might have a narcissist that is a serial cheater. You might have a narcissist that seems very loyal to their family because the thought of going through a divorce and losing the money keeps that narcissist loyal to the partner, not because they are loyal to the partner, because they are loyal to their bank account. Most narcissists will idolize you, most will devalue you, most will find a replacement and then discard you. Most will smear your name or hoover you. However, not all do. Depending on the moment in life that they come across you or you come across them, that your paths meet, depending on you, who you are, depends on how that love bombing stage goes. It depends on how they love bomb. Some might be those excessive gifts, some might be those excessive compliments. It depends on the narcissist you're dealing with, and it also depends on who you are as a person. They tend to mirror you, pick up on what you like and sell that to you. They can also use that to draw in a new person until they get to learn what that new person wants, and then so they might sell the new person some of your dreams, or they might be all of a sudden all those things that the narcissist claimed they never liked in a person or they never wanted out of life, they will be selling to that new person because that's what the new person wants out of life, not because the narcissist wants it, because the narcissist wants to exploit the new. Narcissists are about gaining that attention. Where we turn a hot tap on for hot water, they turn on that admiration face to seek the positive attention. Where we're turning on the cold tap for cold water. When a narcissist feels envious of another, when a narcissist feels threatened, when a narcissist feels criticized, they will go all out to bait the person they believe has criticized them or the narcissist is envious of, to gain that reaction from the other person. We can often think by explaining ourselves to them or having a go at them, moaning at them, that this is going to affect them. More often than not, it pleases them because they've baited us into the very reaction that we're giving them so that they can blame us for our reactions to escape accountability for their actions. Narcissists use people with a lack of empathy to care how it affects those around them. Only how, if they were to be exposed for their behaviour, how it would affect themselves. Often why they lie, deny, deflect, blame shift and gaslight to escape exposure. With a narcissist, rule 1, they are always right. Rule 2, if they are wrong, rule 1 applies. Their reality is their reality, and your reality is irrelevant to them unless it threatens them in some way, and then they're going to go all out to gaslight, to change your reality to match their own. A narcissist often lacks the ability to self-reflect. Once they've changed the scripts to match how they want their life to go, they don't see any wrongdoing within their own behaviour. Nothing is ever their fault, so they just project however they're feeling into those around them. A cheating narcissist will often accuse their partner of cheating. A narcissist who lies a lot will often accuse others of having trust issues. A narcissist who is baiting you into reacting will tell you that you're overreacting. A narcissist is taking down your boundaries will claim that you're being too sensitive. More often than not, what a narcissist is accusing you of is usually a confession of their true intentions, their true motives, or their true feelings. However, they want to distract you from the truth by getting you to question your intentions, your motives, and your feelings by placing theirs onto you. So you question whether you're being too sensitive and look at your own emotions, your own behaviour, and not the very person that's making you feel that way. More often than not, when people find out about the disorder, they question whether they are the narcissist. And that is usually from the narcissist projection. And also going into the survival mode, such as fight, flight, freeze or fawn, and adapting life skills, survival skills to cope with the situation you are in. So many people feel like they are becoming a narcissist when more often than not they've just gone into survival mode. And once you get away from the narcissist, once the fog begins to clear, you can start to discover who you are again. Not everyone is a narcissist. Not everyone is a toxic person. There is plenty of amazing people in the world. People can have a characteristic of the disorder without at least 5 of the 9, it doesn't make them a narcissist. The things you really want to look out for are people that exploit others, people who are envious of others, hold grudges against others, talk badly about others, people who feel entitled to get their needs met, and people who lack the empathy to care for how their behaviour affects those around them, people who are unable to learn from their own mistakes, people who only ever apologise if it meets a need of their own, if they can exploit someone by offering that false apology. Narcissists are, more often than not, incredibly negative, toxic people. They do have that two faces, those two sides to them, which is always all who they are. That nice face, that admiration seeking face they put on to manipulate, to exploit people. That envious face, they're also trying to exploit people. They're trying to place the blame onto the other person for the narcissist's own failings in life. They steal joy, they steal happiness. They drain people mentally, physically, emotionally and financially. They drain people spiritually. Most are lacking in feelings such as guilt, remorse and empathy, which would stop somebody hurting another person in the first place. If they do feel any of these things, it's usually shame, which they quickly pass the blame to escape any feelings of shame. I always say narcissists often read from the 7 deadly sins: that pride, excessive belief in their own abilities, envy for all others' abilities, traits, possessions, qualities, luck, gluttony. They will take from others whether they need to take from others or not. Nobody should take from others, but a narcissist will take things even if they don't need it. Lust, affairs, adultery, they are always looking for more. Because of their envy, they are always wanting more. Anger, resentment, that hot and cold behaviour, looking to punish others, holding grudges against other people. Greed, always wanting the best, always manipulating people. Sloth, avoidance of actually putting the work in to achieve things, finding the quickest route possible, usually taking other people down. The bottom line is they have a disorder. They are very similar because they have a disorder and they share the same characteristics that are on that disorder. Where they are on the spectrum depends on the narcissist that you are dealing with. There are some where you can limit contact and go grey rock. There are others where it needs to be no contact. Those with a lack of empathy, you need to stay safe. I am currently full for one-to-one coaching. I have partnered with BetterHelp. The sponsored link is in the description if you'd like to take a look at that. Thank you very much for listening, and go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.